Now, earlier in the news, we talked about, we brought analysis about terrorism financing. Right now, we're being joined by a lecturer at Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University in Bauchi, Aminu Ilelaha, as he joins me. Thank you so much for joining us on the news now. What does the arraignment of a sitting state finance commissioner on terrorism financing charges say about the scale of insecurity and oversight failures in Nigeria?
Well, you know, insecurity, especially in this part of the country, has long been a very critical issue that has gone beyond mere discussion. And when we start seeing government officials at the top level of subnationals like the Commissioner of Finance, it means that there are so many things that are beyond the citizens' eye and ears. And it is so unfortunate that some of these things, especially that are being run under the guise of security votes, are normally transactions that takes place beyond the normal financial regulatory channels. And these security votes were normally traditionally created to solve emergency rapid emergency issues. And when they have become a means to pay or to supply or to empower these armed groups, especially when it means this kangaroo arrangement that some states are alleged to have been doing with these armed groups in the name of peace deals, giving them money sometimes to receive people that were kidnapped, or even giving them money so that they will not terrorize some communities. It means a lot, and it means that we are now having governments within governments, because by the time these people became empowered with state funds in the name of stopping them or enticing them or pacifying them to stop attacking communities, then definitely it is a wrong move that will empower them to continue to terrorize communities and to perpetrate their heinous act. So it says a lot about this kind of allegations of a commissioner of finance from a state that even is relatively in a peace atmosphere, because Bauchi State has not been seen to be bedeviled by this problem of insecurity like what we used to have in other states like Zamfara and Katsina State, for example. So it has a lot of questions, and it comes to call for more engagement, trying to hold leaders accountable, especially on this issue of security votes that they merely hide under to do whatever they like, because it is unaccounted, it is unedited, and it is not even in the constitution or in the budget provisions of states and the federal government. And this type of peace deals, we have seen the federal government did it in the past, if you remember, during the government of late President Yar'Adua. But what it came back with is what matters, because after the peace deal, we have seen disarmament, we have seen the armed groups dropping down their weapons and then embracing rehabilitation and reintegration programs. But in this aspect, all what we're hearing is there was a peace deal, they have agreed that they will not attack communities, but they go back to their forest and their villages with their arms, no disarmament. Then how can government be giving funds, billions of naira to armed groups allegedly just because they don't want them to terrorize communities? This is wrong, and it will not augur well to the security and peaceful coexistence of the country.
Now, I'd like to know how common is the use of security votes for, informal negotiations or so-called amnesty payments, and where should the legal red line be drawn?
Well, it has been, even though there has not been verifiable evidence to say that these governors use security votes to pacify these people to stop terrorizing communities, but there have been allegations over and over again, not only with the recent banditry attacks, but even during the time of Boko Haram, there had been so many allegations that governors or leaders, political leaders, used to pacify these armed groups in order to stop them from terrorizing communities. And if we are to legally talk about the security vote, unfortunately, as I repeat, unfortunately, there is no any legal framework that shows how these security votes will be spent. Governors use this money at their discretions. The state assemblies, who are saddled with the responsibility of oversight of approving or appropriating some of these funds, have no any idea of what the security votes or what are they used for. And at the end of the day, if it means only one person can dictate how billions of naira can be used, how it can be shared, to whom it can be given to, then it means a lot, because the people who are representing the citizens, that is the people at the state assemblies, especially in the sub-national level, are not doing their work. They are supposed to have mechanisms that can check the excesses of this security and how governments or governors use them.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Aminu Ilelaha, for having this conversation with us.